Hey everybody, welcome to this very spooky episode of Car Wash Magazine Live. I'm your host, Matt DeWolf, Editor-in-Chief of Car Wash Magazine, and today we're switching things up for you just a little bit. I know right now there's a lot going on with all things holiday related in terms of what's coming down the pipe from everything COVID related, and so there are maybe some unique opportunities coming at you all this year that maybe you wouldn't have considered in the past. So in this episode of the program, we're very lucky to have a panel of three marketing experts, operator experts from around the United States who are going to share their insight on a few things as we have a little fun today on this program. I'm not going to give you a joke today, but what I did give you is a costume. You might be wondering what's up with the witch hat and the royal robes, if you will. This, my friends, is what happens when you are the king of witchful thinking. You're welcome for that. You're welcome. All right, moving right along. So not everything on this program is going to be as terrifying as this costume or my jokes, but I do want to give you all a real quick taste. I know there's a lot of conversation around Halloween-themed tunnels, themed wash experiences, but especially right now around the Halloween topic. So let's take a real quick look. I want to show a few videos here of some folks that have submitted some stuff, and we're going to come right back out of that with our panel. Hey, here we are. That was a little compilation of some videos that have come in through the interwebs, if you will. Really pretty neat videos. A lot of high-end production value going on, especially in that first one where the crew hired the full-on horror film trailer for you. And then you see some really interesting things with what people are doing with lights and costumes and really creepy clowns, honestly. But, you know, what is a good haunted tunnel without a Pennywise for you? So, hey, we've got our panel here. Justin Young from Splash Car Wash, Beth Martin from Moo Express, and Nick Lopez from The Bubble Bath. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, good to be here.
Hey, we're here. Hey, so we're going to start this off with something a little bit different. We're going to do a game I like to call Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down. And so here's how this is going to work. So I'm going to give you a topic, and you are going to have 2 minutes or less to tell me why you are a thumbs up or a thumbs down on said topic. And so let's get right into it here. We're going to start off with Justin, and our question is: are you a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Halloween themed car washes?
Boo. So I'm going to go thumbs down here. I'm going to take the hot take. So for us at Splash, it doesn't really jive with our brand. So I don't know that I'm against it industry wide as much, but for us, I don't see that as something we'll ever do just from a brand fit. We're more kind of family, airy, light, bright, clean. And honestly, when every time I think about it every year, I have the thought and I'm like, God, that's a lot of work, and it's gotta drive some serious traffic to be worth the time investment, and maybe it would, but just the execution piece of that and the time investment, and then the brand stuff, it's just never really fit into our strategy. And I'd kind of rather spend the time and energy on kind of long lasting brand stuff over like a one night boost in sales. But for some concepts that it might fit and might work and accomplish that too.
Well, you are nothing, my friend, if not succinct. And so, right to the point, we have it from Justin there. Justin is a thumbs down on Halloween, specifically Halloween themed washes. Beth, this is your 2 minutes. Go for it.
How about I go like this? I'm throwing you for a loop,
Oh,
aren't I?
you're in the middle.
No, honestly, after watching the intro videos and seeing, some of the awesome execution that some of these washes are doing around Halloween themed experiences, how could you be a thumbs down? Now, with that said, I'm glad that we're not the ones executing that. I think that, from a brand perspective, Justin touched on it a little bit, but we all guard our brands just so tightly. And, we would have to put together a Steven Spielberg or J.J. Abrams quality tunnel experience if we were to do the Halloween type of theme. So, for us, it doesn't make sense to do a Halloween themed wash. But with that said, that doesn't mean we don't celebrate, Halloween or do different things surrounding the holidays. So we have window artists. We have quite a few talented employees that'll come in and paint Halloween or specialized themes on our wash windows. We have costume contests that we do with our employees, where we have great participation. And then we also do social contests for free washes and gift cards that involve our current customers. So I think there are many things that you can do, but they don't necessarily need to be at that level of a haunted tunnel to really make an impact. You're cutting me off, aren't you?
I'm cutting you off. That's your 2 minutes. All right. So you
Okay.
could see it. You could see it in the cards. You could feel it in the air. The leaves are falling and your time is up on that particular topic. But really great points raised. I like the idea that you raised that people can do, if maybe they're not all in on a Halloween tunnel, maybe they just want to still give some experience and still have some ability to let their employees enjoy the holiday and invite customers to still kind of enjoy it without having to go all in to really create an actual haunted tunnel. So I'm with you there. I'm on the wishy-washy sort of theme as well. All right, Nick Lopez, you have done this. You are pretty adamant in the red. I hear. Your turn. You got 2 minutes.
Wow. I started this conversation with definitely being negative. I've done this several times. I've done a zombie wash. I've done Spooky Suds Under the Sea, kind of a Pirates theme wash. And unfortunately, we tried to do it non-Steven Spielberg. So we tried to keep it within like a decent budget and a decent time commitment. The truth is that we had a really poor showing. It ended up more being a waste of our time and fun for my team, but really not the lines of people that you were hoping for. On the other side of that, because everybody said no, I'm going with yes. And I'm going to tell you why. One, I love Halloween. Love it. We go to Disney World every year. We love costumes. We love dressing up. My wife's an artist. For us, Halloween has always been so much passion for us. And it's a ton of fun. This year, your kids can't go to people's doors. Trunk or treats are being shut down. Even though every kid's wearing a mask, it's still going to be really tough. If you've got the time and the commitment and the community impact, especially if you're in a small town or you're within a neighborhood, this is your year. You creatives out there that rock, I really think that this is your year to shine. If you can but you got to put love and time into it. I don't think that you will ever make the money back that you will spend in doing this right. Even if you get those lines of cars, However, what you will get back in the love and appreciation from your community, as well as the camaraderie that will foster amongst your team, I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. Go Halloween.
All right. Well, there you have it. So you guys threw me all over the map on my red thumbs, green thumbs. So let's give it just one more time. Put your thumb right below your chin and tell me, are you a thumbs up or a thumbs down? We got all right. We got a down and up and an up. Wait, what do we got? Yeah, 2 ups. Okay. So that is thumbs up, thumbs down. We'll refine that over the next few shows here. We're gonna turn that into something that you all can't wait to see. We'll come back to that. We got another round of it for you, lucky you, at the end of this program. But I do want to come back. We do have a question on Facebook around the contest piece, Beth, that you were talking about with your customers. Can you elaborate a little bit on what you all do with those?
Sure. For a social media, or from a social media perspective, we will say to our Facebook following, name your favorite Halloween candy below. We're going to randomly choose one winner for a $50 Moo gift card. We've done other things where we invite children to Flying Ace Express, come out in costume to Flying Ace Express. We're going to give candy, the best dress, their parents are going to get a gift card for $50. Different things like that you can do. Anything involving pets and pet costumes, it's going to blow it up. I promise. Each and every one of you, do a pet themed costume contest on social media at some point this Halloween season. And you're probably going to get more likes and more followers than you ever have in any other promotion.
Yeah. Do Justin or Nick, do you guys, are you in the same boat? Do you guys do similar things?
Go ahead, Nick. What you got, man?
Oh, sorry. As far as a costume contest and things like that, and our social media, for Halloween, we've done some of that, especially with our staff. We've done gift cards for the customer base. But as far as like holiday stuff, we've gone out and done pictures with Santa Claus on site, and put those then all back up on social media. And we got a lot of return and love for that. As well as posting up, we give away turkeys around Thanksgiving to all of our staff and some of our favorite customers. So we post up a lot about that stuff as well. So, again, with community involvement and managing to tie together with them.
Yeah, as far as giveaways, I feel like we've tried everything under the sun, in one way or the other. But I think last Halloween we did, if you came dressed in your costume, and posted a picture, I think, or tagged us or something. I think we had, yes. Okay. We had, we had like a booth set up in the lobby, that was kind of themed. And if you came and tagged us and whatever, it was a free, interior cleaning or whatever it might be. So that was kind of fun. We did have a good time with that.
Nice. Well, there's so much from an offering perspective, right, that we have available as wash operators that we can discount on, that we can give away, that we can promote from that perspective without diluting the brand. I mean, you don't want to devalue the whole thing, but there are lots of hooks, I feel like, for our customers that make incentivizing them to give us some of this information really kind of helpful. I want to come back to, so those of you who have actually done the haunted tunnel, Nick, I think you might be the only one in this this group of experts. What do you do with like the costumes, like when they get wet and get just full of car wash soap? Do you recycle them? Do you throw them in the garbage? What's the way to reuse those?
To be honest, they went in the garbage, man.
Yeah.
after it all. I mean, some of the plastic props and stuff we use, we definitely saved, but like the costumes and the costume stuff we bought for the guys just got super trashed. And I don't believe in doing the same theme twice. So got to move on. With our zombie thing, we actually brought out the San Antonio Zombie Society, who zombified
That's
a thing.
All right.
They have a fan page. They do a zombie walk every year. It's actually really cool. But they brought out some of their special effects artists and were zombifying our customers, and they would take pictures and post them online as well. So we have like crowds of zombified customers and employees. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. Well, one thing I want to kind of key takeaway here on the Halloween theme for everybody before we move on to some of the community side of things. Number one, if you're going to do it, you got to do it for more than one day because it won't be worth the investment, right? Is that everybody's a thumbs up on that, right? Number two, there's a great opportunity, especially this year with everything going on COVID related and people needing something to do and some kind of an experience. So Halloween might be it. Are we thumbs up on that? We're thumbs up on that. Okay, cool. And number three, don't forget your opportunity to give back to the community. We're thumbs up on that. Yes, this way. Yep, thumbs up. Okay, cool. All right, now let's talk community. Okay, I know all three of you do something a little bit different in terms of how you engage community, specifically around the holidays and what you do with the holiday marketing around that. We're going to go in reverse order from where we went before. So, Nick, can you kick us off a little bit and just tell us what the Bubble Bath does with just holiday marketing and community ties?
I mean, holiday marketing for us, all of this is in kind of our very slow season. So I have to say that truthfully for us, our holidays are what kind of, they're like our little piecemeal marketing pieces as we get through to our big seasonal promotions. So we don't invest a ton. We put time into social media, as well as like I said, trying to involve the community in fun ways, whether it's zombifying people or pictures with Santa Claus. We've done, of course, because you get so much traffic running through there, setting up donation stations for places like the food bank, as well as we've done a toy drive with our local children's museum. Those are really easy to just kind of put together for folk. So we focus kind of on those things. So really our holiday marketing is as cost effective as it possibly can be, and usually in kind of short chunks.
Okay. We're going to come back to that topic of spend during the holidays. Don't you worry. That's going to come back up later. Let's move right on to Beth. Beth, you guys do a lot of stuff. Can you highlight maybe just a couple things for us that really stand out in your mind?
Sure. We try to do quarterly donation campaigns at a site-wide level. So all of our Moo locations, we'll pick a nonprofit that we do weekend campaigns for. And how it works is that if you donate $5, then you get a coupon. It's actually a barcode that prints on the wash receipt for our free top of the line wash your next visit. And we donate 100% of those proceeds back to the nonprofit. We typically tie in, if we can, a media partner in that. So whether it be a radio station or a TV station, and then obviously, the nonprofit partner comes out and helps promote that as well. I think a way to be successful with that is, for example, our Wagons Ho 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 campaign. We did this a couple years ago where we raised close to $14,000 for this local nonprofit. We put together a bunch of our employees for the Wagon Build Day. So we went in, we built 1,500 of those red flyer wagons that they then distributed, to people in the community, along with a Thanksgiving related meal. And it's just a really great way to involve not only your employees, but the community as well. And people really grasp that, and they expect that, I think, from our brands. There's, a picture right there from that. We have down at Flying Ace in Dayton, we do a big radiothon with a country station in Dayton, and all those proceeds benefit Dayton Children's Hospital. So, absolutely, when you can, tie in a nonprofit campaign, get a media partner to kind of maximize the exposure that you're going to get behind it, and involve your employees and have fun.
Yeah, the media partner piece is really interesting, right? Because there's a lot of really bad news on TV, but guess what? They're always looking for a bright spot in all of that. And everything that we do in the car wash industry is just waiting to have that bright spot attached to it. So the community tie-in, the comically sized, oversized checks, those are huge draws, and being able to put a big number on those and do something with a local charity is pretty awesome for media reach. That's awesome. Hey, Justin, you're up, my friend. What do you have for us on the community front?
Yeah, I think, one of the most base level things about all the community involvement stuff, because this looks a lot differently for each brand, but I think it's really important for us all to understand that people sniff out fake and sniff out if you're just trying to do something as a marketing ploy to make a buck. And so, I think it has to be a genuine overflow of genuinely caring about other humans, is kind of first and foremost base level. But all the stuff, our different stores each have a partner, a nonprofit partner in their community. So our Rogers location partners with the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter, Benton location partners with Boys and Girls Club. And so each quarter, we'll do certain projects, or a lot of times we'll invite them out to the wash and donate a certain amount of proceeds during the day, and they'll towel dry or just hang out, put some signage up, things like that. And so, as y'all can tell, I'm younger. Okay. So I don't have a ton of experience. So a lot of what I'm learning, is through trial and error. There's a few ways to learn, schooling, experience, or just trying a bunch of stuff and seeing what sticks. And so we've done that through community involvement. And I think our purpose of community involvement is to earn their trust before they walk in the door, come on the lot, whatever you want to call it. I want them to associate the Splash logo with how we made them feel that day. And so, that's kind of our approach to the community stuff.
Well, you may be younger than the rest of us, Justin, but guess what? You have the most maybe finely tuned sniff factor in terms of what's real and what's not. So you haven't quite gotten cynical and into that vein of thinking yet. So use that while you have it, my friend.
Here we go.
Hey, you said a couple of things in there, all of you did, that I think are really, really key. But I think the thing that came out of Justin, what you were talking about, is this piece about keeping it real, right? And so that community component, while it can be really great for your brand and it can do really great things for you, it's not enough to just say, we got to do this thing where we're going to raise some money because we have to do it. And what else are we going to do? And we need to get some more customers. So let's do a community engagement piece. Well, that doesn't work, right? I mean, you have to believe in it. It has to be real, and it has to be really relevant to your customers. And so making sure you know them and know what causes are important to that area, I think is a really important component to tying in that community piece successfully. So that's just my soapbox. But the really relevant piece, Justin, I want to touch on that with you. I want you to cover off on some of the digital strategy that you all employ, and we'll go back through same routine as the rest. We'll have everybody kind of speak a little bit about these things. But Justin, I know that one of the keys to a strong social or digital campaign is to be really relevant. Hint, hint. So can you talk a little bit about some of the success you all have seen in your digital campaigns, and maybe specifically what you all did with the Spin to Win for me?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a lot going on digitally during the holidays. I know you guys know that. So for us, to cut through the noise in a noisy season was last winter. I think we did it for 17 days in the month of December. We partnered with Suds Creative, and they helped us kind of make this thing come to life and the technology capabilities behind it. But this Spin to Win campaign that we did really was probably, if I'm looking back over the past couple years in this role, is the single most impactful thing we've done. It took us to a new level. We ran it for 17 days and gained, 17,000 email addresses in 17 days, which, it's not all about the emails, but just the brand exposure. We spent very little on it, to be honest, as far as ad spend. A lot of it was organic. But the whole theme, or the whole explanation, if you don't know what it is, it's we did it holiday themed, but it's a digital campaign where people can go to this landing page and spin the wheel. And, we had different prizes, whether it be an iPad, a year of washes, a free interior cleaning, $5 off, whatever it might be. But the kind of everyone walked away with a free wash, everyone that played. And I'll say that our redemption rate was 10% on those. And so, I know it seems like a lot of free washes to 17,000 people that played, but redemption rate wasn't that high. I think it was really big for us. I think it was just fun. It kind of gamified it. It was not the normal post about, buying this product, buying that product. And, it drove landing page views, which helps with our SEO. It drove a ton of traffic. Actually, it's like an ongoing joke in our organization with the operator, the location managers, of how they always give me a hard time about it, because it worked and did a good job, but it worked and did a good job. And so they were feeling it pretty hard during last December. So yeah. Is there anything else that you wanted me to hit on other than that?
No, I think the piece that is really valuable there is that I really love the gamification piece of that, and being able to include it. You guys had the social campaigns, and so it was a very actionable item that you could do, and you could win something out of that. And guess what? I'm going to give you my email address all day long for that, which is so valuable, and so it goes so much further than the price of one wash, because now you have data, and now you can use it, and now you can continue to convert on that person, that potential customer, over time. And so I think that's cool. And then I love how you incorporate it into the actual kiosk, the payment station too, when customers pulled up and they could play the game right there, and that was pretty cool. We do have a question around spin to win. Did you have an expiration date on the free wash? So was it good for a year, good for 2 years, or did you just say, you know what, come and get it?
Yeah, no, we did it. We did it for a month.
For a month, okay. Month from when they won, or just during the campaign, like they had to come in during that window?
Month from when they won the coupon. And I would say too, it wasn't just for the sake of getting email addresses. We had kind of a strategic nurture campaign for those people. So if they want a free best wash, at Splash, we do interior cleaning and oil changes as well. Yep. And so we're trying to cross promote services. So a month after they got that, they got an oil change offer, and then an interior super clean offer, or whatever. And so we're just driving, further usage around the facility. And it ended with, we targeted all those people for a buy one, get one on annuals around Valentine's. So we did it in December, hit them with those nurture emails, January into February, and then straight into that BOGO offer for Valentine's. And that was huge as well. So
yeah, that's 17,000 people that you would have had zero access to had you not run that campaign.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. Beth, let's go to you. From a digital perspective, what do you think is really important for folks during the holidays? What do we need to be thinking about?
I think from a digital perspective during the holidays is that, we know that consumers, especially this year, right, are going to start shopping online. So we need to make sure that for those of us who offer the capability for online purchases through our websites, that the content's updated, that the transaction process is seamless, and do all that before you start your ad campaign spends. I think that, what we're going to do this year is we're going to take Justin's feedback on, the spin to win, and do some sort of holiday theme around that. Not a scratch and win. You can't do scratch and win in the car wash industry, right? So we've had different partners approach us about doing online scratch and wins, and we're like, oh no, you can't do that. So be careful with your semantics there. But I think anything you can do, to drive traffic that way. And don't forget about your existing unlimited club members. For those of you who have unlimited clubs, we're going to be focusing not only on, our single retail washers and driving traffic to the site, but also thanking our current unlimited club members through a digital campaign.
Yeah, so it's a combination, right? You gotta nurture and bring along your existing folks and make them feel special during the holidays when everybody's competing for their attention, but also do customer acquisition. Yeah, awesome. Mm-hmm. All right, Nick, I think you've done this spin to win campaign before as well. Is that true?
I'm in the middle of it, actually.
Oh, you're doing it.
Like I feel very sheepish as, I'm looking at the guy that I ripped off, talk about how well it was. Yeah, we also work with Suds Creative. They do some work with us, and then I for the last 5 years have worked with a local company here called Creative Civilization here in San Antonio. And once you're past a couple of washes, like if you're not talking to marketing consultants, especially guys who know their city really really well, you're missing out. These people, I meet with them every week. I met with them for an hour before I actually got on this call. I work with a woman named Victoria who is absolutely brilliant and makes sure that we have social media content on all platforms on a regular basis that is interesting and gripping. So we do everything from paid spends to regular media. We do YouTube videos that are instructional, that when you have translated and make sure you have the right keywords into, it does a lot of help for boosting your YouTube presence as well as your Google presence. AdWords is real, even though it feels like it's not. And we have fun with our digital presence. For me, like our brand has always kind of, well, sadly centered itself around my ridiculous personality. And so we went with cartoony. We are happy. We're skippy. We jump around. We do silly things. I'll do silly things. I'll go and be ridiculous out there. Right before this started, we were actually doing a $9.99 membership promotion, and we called it Membership Madness, and which felt like the wrong message to be sending out in the middle of COVID. So we immediately stopped it. But we had these brilliant luchador mask videos.
Yeah.
It was going to be brilliant, man. Like
maybe next year.
I really believe.
Maybe
It's going to happen, man. Trust me. I really believe for me, cutting through the social media noise has always been about consistency as well as interesting content. And you have to bounce that from videos to shorts to memes to stuff around the wash, as well as customer testimonials.
Yeah.
There's all this opportunity to really work with our customers to get them to give us their credibility.
Yeah.
And credibility that comes organically is just so much more valuable. When your community stands behind you, everybody sees that. It matters. It's why we do the same thing. We give out a penny from every single wash, and that goes to the San Antonio Children's Shelter every quarter or every 6 months. We work with the homeless shelter here in town. Like, I really just wanted to highlight on Justin, like, you have to care. You have to care about your community. You can't fake this. Don't get me wrong, like community involvement and giving to nonprofits is great marketing. But in the end, if they see that, your profit is the absolute base of your priorities,
yeah,
I don't know if they're really going to love you with that same kind of love that really the millennial generation and the Z generation is requiring of brands nowadays. They require you to be somebody that stands for their convictions, that reaches out. They don't care as much now that your product is super. Now your product has to be super, and you have to touch these people where they are, and where the everybody from 40 on down is right now is on the internet.
Yeah.
They don't do direct mail. They don't care about magazines or newspapers. Like there's still absolutely a clientele that you have to reach there, but ignoring social media and not having something up there, I think, is just such a huge miss. People just have to jump into it.
Nick, I'm biting my tongue to make you talk about direct mail. We're not going to do it. We're not talking about it on this program. That's a different day's subject.
Bring it, man. Yeah. I got to rage for that
one. We're going to let that one go. If you guys want to talk about direct mail, we can do that in a post some other time. But I also was laughing there as you're talking about that, because how timely is Hamilton coming out on digital during right now, with the whole thing about like for millennials and on down, if you stand for nothing, Burr, what do you fall for, right? I mean, that's the line. That's it. That's all I could think about. Now maybe that's because my kids are playing Hamilton on repeat, but
right. It was like, wow, man,
that's a different.
I'm watching terrible shows with my kid, not Hamilton.
You gotta.
I think it's called True.
Look, it's setting expectations. Just like with marketing, you got to set expectations. That's in our house. Long time ago, Sundays are football Sundays. Period. So the only thing that goes on the TVs on Sundays is football. No Caillou, none of those shows. None of that garbage. I digress. Hey, Beth, we got a question on Facebook. Back to that club member, what you guys are doing for them during the holidays. What does that look like? Can you elaborate a little bit around that?
Could be wash upgrades. It could be an air freshener, all the way up to free washes for a year. You're going to take over, that member's payment for the next 12 months. So it can be as big and as little as you want it to be. The point is that you're recognizing your current customers and they're going to be appreciative.
Yeah, do something, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think it's something that we tend to overlook, right? Unfortunately, when we're busy day by day, but those unlimited customers are our bread and butter, and we need to keep them happy. And we've kind of seen that when we do, these new member promotions, we're always getting feedback. What about, I've been your customer for 5 years. I've been your loyal customer for 3 years. What are you going to do for me? And it can be a simple gesture.
Yeah, you think about the best clubs that you are a part of personally. Think about what they do, right? And put into practice some of that in terms of how they personalize things, how they do little things and little touches to surprise and delight you on a routine basis. Mm-hmm. I love that. All right, guys, it's your favorite part. We're going to come back to thumbs up, thumbs down. Let's see if we can do it again. Thumbs up, thumbs down. 1 minute or less, maybe 30 seconds or less. This one's pretty easy, I think. The question on the table for our panelists is, let me get it up on the screen so everybody else can see it. You will increase marketing spend during the holiday season. And we're going to start, let's see, we started at the first thumbs up with Justin. We'll go in reverse order. Nick Lopez, thumbs up or thumbs down, you will spend more. Ooh, and why?
That's a negative. I will not. Like I said, the way our marketing plans really roll out, we aim for our busy times. So we statistically look at our numbers and looked at our busiest times. Those are the times we run our hardcore promotions, and I push out tons of cash for our promotional stuff. During the holidays, like I said, for us, it's a tie-on. It's to keep something going on with our community, with our social media, so that we're keeping people engaged. So we'll look to kind of even out our spend during right now, and then ramp it up hardcore in February and March.
Okay. All right. There you have it. That is why Nick Lopez will not spend more money during the holiday season on marketing. Let's go right over to Beth. Beth, what's your take?
I'm going to give 2 thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I hope John and Dan are. I hope our CEO and our that they're not on this video right now. But I'm going to spend. Now I'm going to.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. You got to spend money to make money. But in all seriousness, I'm going to spend responsibly. We know right now, starting in October, consumers have money to spend. Right. So I'm going to capitalize on that. And I'm going to, Nick, cover your ears right now. I'm not going to say direct mail. I'm not going to do direct mail. But with that said, I'm going to increase my spend, obviously, on digital, on radio. I'm going to do ads on the local radio stations that go to all Christmas 24/7 format. So those types of things, I think it's extremely important over the holiday season when the money is out there to increase your marketing spend. So 2 thumbs up.
All right. So we've got 2 thumbs down. We've got 2 thumbs up. Hey, Justin, where do you land?
I have never been more in the middle about something. A question.
No.
I came in with a preconceived notion, and both of you have provided very valid arguments. So good work. No, so I don't know. I think it really just depends on what you're doing. Like spend to win, you have to increase your spend for something like that. If it's more focused on on-site stuff, maybe you don't. But I think the important thing too is I think you can spend on non-salesy stuff too, like promoting stuff on Facebook, culture, brand stuff, feel good stuff during the holidays. It's you don't always have to be focused so much on selling something, because I think that kind of cuts through the noise a little bit, because people just need a break from being sold too. So it's a little bit of both. It just kind of depends on what we got going on.
All right. Well, in a few years here, Justin, you will develop firm positions, and there will be no waffling. That's what we're gonna go for here. I love that though.
All right.
Again, cutting through the noise. That's the big thing. And so whether you're on one end of the spectrum where you're saying, we're gonna just keep it real relevant, real community focused, and we're gonna do that because that's how we're gonna cut through the noise. Or maybe you're gonna cut through the noise by ramping up that marketing spend and getting into radio where people are gonna be listening to that Christmas music for months and months and months. Or if it's or it's just sharing the really good stuff that's happening or the really good things culturally happening in your wash, like Beth, when you have the customer who dresses up as one of your wash employees for Halloween, or anything that you guys are, Splash might be doing with the local charities. That stuff is great content, and content. I'm biased, but content really is king. So, okay, one last thing, and then we're out of here. We'll let you guys get back on your day here. I'm an operator. I don't have a big marketing budget, and I don't have a marketing firm. What is one thing that I can do right now that will give me a good ROI this holiday season? And Justin, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You're up first.
One thing going into the holiday season, I think is marketing people. It's easy for us to think of how we're marketing and telling a story to customers, but I think something hugely impactful is to spend a good amount of effort in marketing towards potential employees. So just like kind of hiring marketing, I think is really important. I think we said it earlier on the don't be fake thing, but if you sell, you can tell the best story in the world online, but if they come in and don't get the same experience you're selling online, it's just so short-lived. And so I would say focus some effort on figuring out how you can market to and attract the right people.
Okay, nice. I like that. That's a dip. I was not expecting that from you. I was not expecting that answer. Man, you're keeping me on my toes today. Beth, you're up. What's the one thing I can do? I maybe only have one wash, but man, I really want to spend a little bit of money and get a good ROI on my holiday marketing. What do I do?
Involve your customers. Justin, you took my whole employee. I had a big spiel ready to talk about how important it is, because it starts at the wash, and that begins with your employees. So with that said, take the time to talk to your customers and get to know your customers. They're not just the millennials that we talked about today, that are on their phones and digital 100%. You're still going to have, the 40, 50, 60-year-olds that may still take those direct mail pieces and do something with them. But everybody's got a story, just as we have a story. We're not just offering a car wash, right? We're offering an experience. And so take the time to really build upon that. And I think that you'll see the returns.
Yeah, I think, look, we talk about it every week on this show. People matter, employees matter. Get that infrastructure right, because that's maybe not the nicest way to talk about employees, but you have to have the foundational elements in place to make sure that your brand experience, as Justin was saying, your brand experience reflects what your marketing efforts put out there. So really good stuff. Nick, you're going to be the capstone on this one. What is the one thing that I can do right now to get an ROI, I don't know, by end of day?
First, don't waste your money on direct mails. Way overpriced. They kept picking on me, so I got it. Honestly, best idea, go buy a 55, 60-inch TV from Best Buy for $300, $400. Get a big picture of it, stick it on a giant sign, stick it out in front of your car wash, and everybody that sells a wash, grab their email address and their phone number, stick it in a bucket, put it on Facebook. I promise you, the return we got for it was incredible. People like cheap electronics around Christmas time. Right? It's an easy present to give. It's awesome to have. Like, I don't know if it's flashy. I don't know if it's my town, but I've tried other stuff, iPads, iPods, other types of electronics. TV just blew it up. And that was back when I only had one car wash. And didn't have the budget to really be blowing out all sorts of crazy things. TVs have just gotten ridiculously inexpensive now. So as for one easy peasy idea, go with that.
Nice. I love that. I love that idea. A nice big like showy box or TV, like just so that it's
Exactly.
like, man, I don't know how I'm going to get this in my vehicle, but I really want to win it.
Put a big bow on it.
Yeah, yeah, totally. That's perfect. That's perfect. Hey, I just want to say a huge thank you for all of you for being kind of the pilots of this program. We wanted to do something special and tried to bring some experts together. Thank you all for joining us. It's been really fun. So
Thank you.
that said, yeah, you guys can talk to me. It's okay. We can talk back and forth.
I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair criticism, Nick.
You're
Okay.
mean.
You didn't ask what my costume was. I'm wearing a costume.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me. Enlighten us.
I'm a marketing
step back.
expert.
Oh, there it is.
My
There it
marketing
is.
expert costume.
Somewhere I have a
Got it.
microphone. I'm dropping it. And yeah, oh, here it is. Ready? Ready? There it goes. I'm not gonna really drop it. I don't want it to break. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. That's very nice.
You're welcome.
All right. If you guys like this program, make sure you tune in next week. We're going to be focusing on a little bit of an extension of holiday marketing. We're going to shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit about a great veterans program, Grace for Vets, with Mark Curtis from a different Splash Car Wash. So join us for that program. Really great opportunity to hear what that's all about and see how your wash might be able to get involved with that. Otherwise, we're going to leave you today with a Silver Star Car Wash holiday marketing video. This is not a Halloween wash, but a Winter Wonderland wash for you to look at. And before we do that, I just want to remind everybody that when you're out there, keep it clean.